For Ashkan Go Mohammadi!
This might be his boxing debut, but please remember he has got a Muay Thai background. He has no stranger to that ring. He's also wearing some Muay Thai shorts.
I was about to say that.
He's a very good Muay Thai fighter.
Nice.
Representing Iran, making his professional debut. Evolution Fight Series, allowing fighters to really take a chance in the professional boxing realm. I am excited for this one, no doubt.
และคู่ชกของเขานะครับในมุมแดงมาจากประเทศยูเครนครับชกมาครับชนะ1 ครั้งครับไม่เคยแพ้ใครนะครับแล้วก็1 ครั้งที่ชนะมาชนะน็อกด้วยนะครับขอเสียงดังๆนะครับต้อนรับ Sergey Kuzьмин
And here we have Sergey Kuzьmin representing Ukraine. This is his second fight. His last fight was only a few months ago at an Evolution Fight Series where he won by a TKO in one of the most exciting fights of that event. He's got an unorthodox style. He hasn't been boxing very long, but he has got a very, very big heart. This is a Muay Thai fighter against a new professional boxer. These are the matchups I get very excited for.
I heard you mention this was your favorite fight, the last event, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I'm just a
Sergey.
fan of Sergey because he's got the biggest heart. He trains in Pattaya. His first fight was on Evolution Fight Series, and he stopped a very good opponent from the US. And he did it by just brawling with his opponent, not taking a back foot. They both got dropped in the first fight, and he still came back to win it.
They both got dropped?
Absolutely, yeah.
In the first round or in the...
The first round and the second round, yeah.
No way.
It was an unbelievable trade, and this is why I'm excited. Now, he's got a big, big fight to take on right now. I mean, Ashkan Golma Hamadi from Iran, yeah, not a professional boxer, and I hope he doesn't start trying to kick his opponent, but he's a very good Muay Thai fighter. So let's see.
All right.
As you can see straight away, Sergey always going forward with that Mike Tyson peekaboo style, trying to land some big shots to the taller opponent. Now, Julia, you're from a Muay Thai background.
Yes.
Is there anything that you can see that he's doing that's a Muay Thai style, but he should be doing something maybe a little bit different?
Well, see how he's standing quite stationary and upright? This is very Muay Thai style, because in Muay Thai style, you don't want to like duck and bend low. That's very, so see how normally Muay Thai fighters, their head remains quite stationary too. They're usually forward, backward, not a lot of like dipping the head low. See how Sergey is like moving his head up and down.
And mainly because you're going to be open to a knee or an elbow.
Exactly.
Now Sergey, look at those hands from Sergey in a beautiful 1-2 over the guard of the Iranian. Starting off this fight, like I said, there's always action when he enters the ring. And again, a nice jab, but the thing I don't understand is Ashkan is the longer fighter, the taller fighter. Why is he standing in the center of the ring? Why doesn't he try and move away with a jab? I mean, he's already got a pressure fighter. Why not keep him away with a jab and then start trying to throw some uppercuts as he dips his head down, as you mentioned? And we just saw it then. He just tried to throw that uppercut as he came in. But I want to see Ashkan actually stepping around with a jab. There's no reason trying to get involved too early on.
Do you think Ashkan, so it looks like Ashkan right now, he's headhunting a little bit. Do you think he should be also aiming for the body?
Absolutely. If someone is a pressure fighter very early on, that means they get tired quite easily as well. Take away their gas tank by taking away their body. So just keep hitting them to the body. Dividends to the later rounds. Now this is what he needs to do. Ashkan needs to be stepping around the ring. There's no reason to use the center of the ring when you're the longest fighter. And a beautiful right hand landed by Sergey, but also Ashkan comes back with his own. And you can see him stalking his opponent, putting him into the corner of the ring.
What do you think Ashkan should be doing in this scenario? What advice would you give him, like moving from a Muay Thai to boxing background?
Absolutely, like you said, he needs to start dipping a little bit more and rolling with the shots. And also, he needs to use the outside of the ring to his advantage. The center of the ring is where Sergey's going to do very, very well, but also Sergey wants to trap his opponent in the corner.
How do you use the outside of the ring to your advantage?
Absolutely.
I thought you get trapped.
Well, that's the other thing.
Against the ropes.
That's why this is a good matchup. Sergey is obviously trying to get his opponent against the ropes in the corner, but Ashkan needs to use the jab from the outside of the ring and then choose when he wants to battle in the center of the ring. There's no reason fighting in the center unless you choose to do it. A very, very good round, and I think everyone can see why I'm a fan of these two fighters.
Very different styles.
Let's go see some fight replays. So what can you see here, Julia?
Let's see. So I see like Sergey has some quite wild swings. He has a lot of head movement, obviously coming from the boxing background. Ashkan is getting clipped quite a bit.
Sure. So on the outside of the ring, you can see when Sergey is going in, Ashkan's got all the range to actually land some big connecting punches. However, judges favor the man who is pushing the action and always being aggressive. So that looked like a very close round. Both fighters landed some good shots, but
I have to say though, it feels like there's more weight behind Sergey's. Like he throws some wild overhands, like he swings, overreaches a little bit, but there's definitely weight behind those punches.
That is a very good analysis because that's exactly what he's doing. He knows he's against a taller fighter. So if you're smaller, what you need to do is you actually need to make yourself even smaller but be more explosive with your punches. And that's exactly what he's doing. So he's been taught very well in Pattaya and he's been sparring a lot with a lot of top fighters. Let's see if he can do it again. So as you can see there, nice 1-2. Just the very basic punches. Sergey isn't trying to
loving the overhands.
Sure, he's not trying to try and hit with some uppercuts. He's just throwing that basic 1-2 shot.
It's literally what you described before, where he's dipping low and then rising up to throw that overhand.
Absolutely, and also if someone dips low, naturally you bring your hands down, which sets up the overhand right. And I know Sergey's a very big fan of Mike Tyson.
Oh, that was a good clip though.
For 1 year.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very impressive.
And to get in the ring and now be on the stage for your second professional fight, both of these fighters, I mean, Ashkan
looks like he's turned on a little bit though.
And he looks like he's not breathing heavy as well. And look at that, a nice dodge by Ashkan. And this is where Ashkan needs to be. He needs to choose when he wants to engage in the center. Run around with your jab, wear your opponent down, and then get in the center of the ring, land a combination and get out again. There's no reason to fight in the middle all the time.
Oh, nice body shot. Oh,
beautiful body
shot.
Wow.
Oh, the tides have turned.
And another great overhand right. Both fighters trading. And this is where we want the fight to be. Both fighters just battling for the jab, trying to set up a big shot. And it looks like Ashkan is now wise to that overhand right, and he's seen it coming because he's dodged it very, very many times. I mean, you can see him lean back. But if you get yourself against the ropes, that right hand is going to find you.
The thing is, that seems like his only form of defense is leaning back.
And that's a Muay Thai style, right?
Exactly. Because that's such a bad habit to duck down.
Sure. I mean, you could also realize that, Sergey should use that to his advantage. He should feint his opponent, pretend to throw, and then when he leans back and comes back forward, then he should throw his right hand. But this is just an experience thing. Sergey isn't throwing any feints at all. So the thing with doing this is your opponent knows exactly what you're doing. It's like playing poker and showing your hands the entire round.
By not feinting, by not setting things up.
Exactly, because it's like, I know exactly what you're going to do already. How can I now fight against this?
Now it's just aggression versus aggression.
Exactly that. So Ashkan's doing a very good job to stay patient, but he is also getting hit a lot. And a nice shot on the end of the chin. And Sergey smells blood and he pounces on his opponent.
Ashkan's hands are dropping quite a bit.
And that's a sign of fatigue, but he's standing and trading. Both fighters standing in the corner of the ring, giving every shot that they've got. 10 seconds to go of this fight. And both fighters look tired, but Sergey does not let up. A very, very nice round indeed. Before we see the replays there, Julia, who do you think's winning this fight?
I have to say Sergey. I have to say the boxing experience. He's really utilizing it to his advantage. See how he's advancing, and he has like a very tight guard as he's advancing. He's not afraid to get close. And
that
because
was that beautiful body shot
that
he
body shot landed though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And again,
Okay, that looked painful.
So Ashkan has thrown and landed some very good shots. So
Yeah.
what we're seeing here is the start of the round, Sergey is winning. The middle of the fight, Ashkan is winning, and at the end of the fight, Sergey brings it back. Now,
Agreed.
when you think about judging, the judges remember the start of the round and the end of the round. The middle of the fight is a deciding period, but if you want to win fights, start strong, end strong. The middle of the fight, just don't get too hurt. That's usually the recipe to win. Sergey's doing that right now. Now, Ashkan, coming from a Muay Thai background to now step in a professional boxing arena, is doing amazing as well. He landed them beautiful body shots. He landed a jab and then a left hook to the body.
See, that was a solid body shot. Maybe he should capitalize on that more.
I totally agree with you, and that's what we want to see more of. He landed two very nice combinations. He needs to do more of that.
Yeah, because at the beginning he was headhunting, and it's quite hard to headhunt a boxer.
Yeah, absolutely. Third round underway. We have got Sergey Kuzьмин from Ukraine fighting Ashkan Golmahadi for his professional debut from Iran. Both fighters again starting very, very strong. Constantly on the front foot, that peekaboo style that is very, very known for that gym in Pattaya. Fighters like to get stuck in and fight hard.
With him advancing like that and then dipping down, what do you think Ashkan should be doing with such a strong advancing fighter?
Sure. Well, if someone dips their head down, the shot that they're open to is an uppercut. Now, the thing with the uppercut is you risk a lot. Now, both fighters in the corner.
Ooh, trading shots.
And a little bit of dirty boxing there, holding on to his opponent and throwing. And now Ashkan has taken some big shots, but hasn't at all shown that he's scared of the power of Sergey. That's how you know Ashkan is a true fighter. He is still standing. Both fighters now, a little bit of wrestling. But that clinch work.
Yeah, that's a clinch right there.
And he goes down due to exhaustion, but I don't know if the ref's going to call that as a knockdown. It looks like he was just a little bit tired and pushed down. Notice as well, there's no touching of the gloves, it's just straight up action. And another left hand on the ropes, bouncing into the right hand of Sergey. Ashkan holds his opponent down. And
Ashkan looks tired.
Ashkan is tired. Sergey is just pouncing, and he never stops throwing.
Sergey's definitely tired as well, but
and it's fake it till you make it. It's not letting the judges know you're tired. Now, Julia, you can see it because you're a fighter, but those judges,
that uppercut
and another big right hand.
Oh my God!
Uppercut by Ashkan, and then a trade in the center of the ring.
Oh, what a war! They're both game. They're not giving up.
And this is one of those fights where anybody watching know exactly what's going on. We don't need to analyze anything. It is two fighters just standing.
Body shot! Body shot's landing.
Straight to the body. And Sergey is just blocking him. And a big hand. Both fighters. Who wants it more? This is only the third round. There's still one more round to go. A big right hand landed by Ashkan. And again, Sergey just doesn't stop firing.
What a good fight. Now.
And again, this is where beautiful. Sergey pushed down on him, which is a very intelligent move to do.
Ashkan is trying to do the boxer thing, I feel like. He's like trying to dip, but he hasn't mastered it fully.
That's a very good analysis because you know he knows what to do. He's just not had enough practice doing it.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to replicate what Sergey's doing, but it's not working. See, like Sergey dipping down like that. Ooh, that was great.
That is known as mirroring. If you can mirror your opponent, you can then pounce on their mistakes a lot easier. And Ashkan is starting to mirror his opponent, but we're going into the fourth round. Let's look at some fight replays. Ooh. A left and a right landed on the chin of Ashkan. And we see it again there. Sergey just doesn't lay off. He goes into a southpaw stance, into an orthodox stance. But look at that check. Look, and a right hand landed by Ashkan.
Ooh,
and that rear uppercut.
Uppercut and hook. Nice combo.
That's the shot that you was asking about earlier. What shot should Ashkan be throwing
against
that
advancing?
rear uppercut?
Oh, I see. Juliano favors that quite a bit, doesn't he?
Juliano favor, absolutely. And when it lands and it lands well, it can take an opponent out. But if you miss with the shot, you are now open to the biggest counter punches ever. So it's a very risky shot to try and throw. Now, third round, I think Sergey's up on the scorecard. However, this is still anyone's fight because any punch can stop it.
I feel like this is a really good fight. They're still quite evenly matched. Both are very exhausted, but they're both very game. Keep going.
It's a battle of who wants it more. It's like two Rocky Balboas going for it. They're just throwing leather. You don't need to understand boxing to know what's going on here. They're just throwing punches and landing clean. And look how low he gets, but the ref telling him to get up. If your opponent gets low, get low with them.
I think Ashkan,
and you can hear those
he
punches.
Needs to attack. He needs to not just keep running away.
Correct, because if you're losing the fight, there's no reason to run away right now. You need to win
right
by
now
a
he's
knockout.
just trying to be evasive.
And that's, I think, too late. This is the fourth and final round.
But he's countering too, though. Ooh.
Sure, you're absolutely right. He's finding counters in between. Timing will always beat power. So if Ashkan can find the timing in between these powerful shots, he can land a very nice combination, but he's not doing that. Who wants it more? Ukraine or Iran? And as you can see, Sergey keeps getting a little bit too low. Pernell Whitaker used to say, if somebody gets low,
ooh, that uppercut. That's a good uppercut, though.
And that's that rear uppercut.
Oh, see, he's trying it again, but too slow now. He's tired.
But Tommy Morrison once said, in a boxing fight, you're always one punch away from the fight. A little bit of ballet going on there by Ashkan, spinning
Sergey
around.
definitely capitalized on that and ran after him when he turned away.
And he's done that in the entire fight. He's not touched the glove of the opponent. He's not playing Mr. Nice Guy. He's going in for the kill, and this is why I'm a fan of his. But Ashkan has stayed in there for his professional debut in boxing. Ashkan has done very, very good. Beautiful body shots, beautiful rear uppercuts. It's been an absolute battle.
Yeah, definitely his right uppercut does land when he throws it at the right moment.
Sergey does there. As soon as his opponent is trying to reset and gather, Sergey just pounces on him. He doesn't give him a chance to reset. In Muay Thai, you have a lot of resetting. You kick, reset.
That is true.
You can't reset in this when somebody is pouncing on you. Sergey has just smelt blood and going in for it. But Sergey is taking some big shots. There is no reason for him to do this. Sergey is winning, in my view. Sergey could just hold his opponent. He doesn't need to do anything now. He doesn't need to risk anything. He's winning this fight, in my view.
He doesn't seem like the type to win on points.
He doesn't want to go to points. He wants to make a statement. In his last fight against Broward Jones, he stopped him in the exact same fashion of just swinging for the hills. Both fighters very, very tired. 10 seconds to go of this entire fight. Corners screaming.
Body shot landing.
What
good
a
fight.
Fantastic fight.
That was a great fight.
The stadium are on their feet. That was an incredible fight.
Like you mentioned, the uppercuts land. Let me dip down.
Let's see here. Look at that. He just bites down on the gum shield and just fires left, right, but his chin is so exposed. And that's where the counter punch should have came in.
Yeah, it seems like in that scenario he could have gone to the body because he was like protecting the head. Oh, and there's a body shot.
So he knew what he had to do, but the problem is, even when you know what you have to do in boxing, when somebody's throwing punches at you, it's hard to do. Because everybody's an expert watching a fight, right? But until you're in that ring getting the punches thrown at you, I want to see how the judges have scored this. I think it's going to Ukraine, but I don't know. I'm not a judge, I'm a commentator. Let's go to the judges' scorecard. We're just getting the points tallied up right now. Let's go to Mr. Denman.
Our first judge sees it 39 to 37 for the red corner. Second judge sees it 39 to 37 for the red corner. And the third judge season 40 and 36 for the red corner. You have a unanimous decision from the red corner, Sergey Kuzьмин.
What an epic fight. All credit to Ashkan. His professional debut, and he made it a very, very exciting fight.
Yeah, I definitely think he learned a lot in his first ever boxing fight.
And some of those
Lot of good
skills he can
insights.
probably bring to his Muay Thai fights as well. How to roll with
Yeah.
punches, how to get underneath shots. I mean,
Well, I wouldn't recommend rolling in Muay Thai, but definitely those uppercuts are
yeah,
good.
you got to watch out for those knees in Muay Thai. But yeah, what a fantastic